I did not mean for that to turn on quite so quickly. Sorry about that. Let me just get this lined up for you. Okay. I will check that out in just a second. Okay, sorry guys. So as we're waiting for my stream to come up, there we go. So, and I think I had a problem with the thumbnail here, but that's fine. I'll fix that post. So anyway, okay, so that's up. That's important thing is that I can chat with you. So tonight I am going to do a double page layout. And I know what I was going to tell you. It's beautiful here tonight. So my windows are open tonight, so hopefully it won't be too noisy. I apologize ahead of time, but it's too beautiful. It has not been beautiful here this spring, so I'm absolutely not going to close my windows to start out with anyway. So hey, Tammy, good to see you. So back to the layout. So tonight I am going to scrapbook a double page layout. M1 was in a commercial last year, a TV commercial at kind of a trampoline and climbing place. And so these are photos from that day. So I thought I'd get that done. Hey, Penny, nice to see you. I have so many two-page layouts to do that I think I'll probably do a few of these when I do lives for a little bit. And you know, we'll kind of see how that works out. I did just print 160 photos that I need to go through and just double check to make sure I have everything, because I keep all I upload the photos to my laptop and then put them all in folders, save them to wherever the two places that I save them, and then I pop them into a print folder. And so I just have to make sure that everything from the original folders are printed, and then I can kind of sort them, get them ready, because I'm getting ready for another scrapbook retreat, which I'm super excited about going on, and hopefully I'll get lots of work done. So anyway, back to the two-page layout. So I thought I'd use this dotted paper from Bella Boulevard. It's Tiny Tots 2.0. It's the Love You a Ton paper. It has elephants on the back. Let me see if I can. It's so darn cute with all the elephants. But I liked how bright and colorful this is because this place is bright and colorful. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Hey, Nancy, good to see you. And I have different colors in both sides. I did like that the green in here played a little bit off of the green walls. And I kind of like the foil against all this kind of pinky red here in these photos. So we'll kind of see how this all works together. This is like a little kids collection, so I might not have a lot of things I can do with the embellishments, but I'll see what I can find. And obviously the other thing is this is more kind of like boy centered. There's not a lot of pink in here. That's the other nice thing. So I did pull out the embellishments from that collection, including the die cuts here and a couple of other die cuts that I had laying around. And then I also grabbed, let's see, the sticker sheet, a couple of sticker sheets. This is from the original Tiny Tots collection. And then I grabbed the chipboard as well. I don't know that there's anything in this chipboard that I'll be able to use, but maybe, you never know. And then I have this chipboard these puffy stickers here from Bella Boulevard's Scenic Route, which was their travel collection from last year. And they have a lot of geotags that says like, this place, I am here, love this right now, fun. That would all work with this. And there's cameras as well too, so I thought that would be kind of fun. I am thinking I'm going to put a border between this and what I think, and this, because I think this is what I'm going to use for the mat. So I grabbed my postage edge punch from EK Success. And then lastly, I just, Ellie Studio had a sale 2 weeks ago. So I grabbed some stuff. I grabbed more of these, even though I hadn't used as many of these, but I used a lot of these. So these are just puffy stickers, like about everyday stuff, a circle version of that, and then kind of like a house. This is kind of like a house, chipboard house things that I don't know that I'll use on this, but that was kind of what I grabbed, part of what I grabbed from sale. They did have some of the label stickers on sale, so you know how I love to use their label stickers. That's what I'll probably journal on here. So let's get going here. The first thing I'm going to do now, not sure how this is going to work. What I'm thinking actually is if I cut this and cut this in the middle, then maybe I can turn one side down. Otherwise the grid lines won't match up across, and that might look a little weird if I'm matting, you know, if I'm matting photos and the grid lines are a little bit different. I'll show you that, what I mean, in just a second. So let's see here. So I want to make sure that both sides of this paper are about the same here and here width-wise. This is a little bit less, so I'm going to just take off just a tiny bit more. I can do that with my Caterpillar Pro trimmer. I can always play a little bit, like I can stand to lose bottom of this, bottom of that, and top of that. So if I have to, I can do that. Now, let's see. Okay. So now, of course, I cut this. And I'm kind of looking here. This is my centering ruler. I think I bought this at Hobby Lobby if you're looking for one. So sometimes it's helpful to have one of these. I don't use it a ton. So I'm actually going to take a pencil. There we go, when I can find one. Sorry for my, oh, that's nice. It actually is on that center line right there. So that is a nice ruler to have. And then I have a small T-square that you've probably seen me use every so often for titles and stuff like that. Those are both really good rulers to have. Okay, so let me get this cut. And now I know which line is the center line, so that will make my life a little bit easier here. Okay, so what I'm referring to, here's the paper, right? So if I just put this down, cut it in half, and I wasn't careful, I could end up with the grid lines looking a little weird. They'd be off. So if I do this where I put them in, I flipped the paper so that, because it was like this, so what I did is I'm going to flip the paper here, so that will make this all work out in the end. Now the other thing I want to check on to see is, how does this look? I'm thinking I'm going to run it right along that bottom edge here. So I generally like to space even from top to bottom. If I don't, I leave a little bit more on the bottom that I do on the top. That is a photographic matting or any kind of matting technique. And I was an interior design major in college. I think I've talked about that here and there. So it just looks more balanced when you do that. I don't always do it, but once in a while I'll leave more at the top because I put a title or something like that. But in general, that's what I do. Okay. do that. I'm not quite sure why this is always like this, but my papers are always just a little bit narrower than the photos. So the photos must be printed a little bit wider. I haven't really checked that out. Okay, so since I have that one done, I'm going to just go ahead and cut the background for that one. And then I think I'll cut the background for the next one as well, since I'm at it. And I should tell you what these two papers are. I will in just a second. Okay. So that green paper is Time Tots 2.0. Actually, I think I told you that. That was the, oh, it's the apple snack paper is the green paper. So it must have the, I know there's an apple paper. Yep. Apple's on the back. So apple snack is the green one. And then the Love You a Ton is this one. Now I also want to make sure that I've got this turned the same way. Yep. Otherwise, it's going to be very noticeable. Just because I'm actually mirroring the layout, which I don't always do, but I am in this particular case. Okay. So then, funny enough, this is a little bit, let me just take a little bit off this photograph, just a tiny bit. It's a little bit taller than the photographs on the other side. Oh, and I had, when I went and picked up my photographs, and I just print them now at Walmart. I used to print at home, and I kind of like that because I could just print like a batch of whatever was inspiring me, but it got really expensive, so I stopped doing that. And I just print at Walmart because I have thousands of pictures in scrapbooks of my grandkids, so I'm not so worried about preservation because there's so many pictures. I'm gonna need to do that here too, just a little bit. So I sent through that order and it said it was ready for pickup, and I got there and it wasn't. And there's this really nice guy who works in the photo department at the one that I tend to go to. And he said, well, yeah. I said, oh, I'm sorry. I thought that, they were printed. And I think he thought I was upset, which I wasn't. But I just, said, oh, I thought it was ready. And he said, well, it was. But all of your photos came through with a little white line, or most of them came through with a little white line on one of the sides. So I was trimming that all off. And I felt just awful. So because these photos from a camera are not, a phone camera are not 4x6, in order to get them to go to Walmart and have them print properly, I have to send them through Photoshop to put them on a 4x6 canvas, so that basically then I get, on a portrait like this, I get about that much space in white at the bottom or wherever I choose to put it, and then it would be 4 inches wide. Well, sometimes when I'm cropping, I'm not accurate, so I'll get a little bit of a white line there, and it's okay, because if you're looking, there's just a little bit of area there that it's a little bit too wide, so I'm okay with that. Normally, I felt so bad. I said to him, oh my gosh, that was me that did that. And he said, oh, I hope I didn't wreck anything. And I said, no, but I hate that you just, wasted all your time. And he said, oh no, that was okay. Oh my gosh. So crazy. So poor guy. I felt bad for him, but he was so good-natured about it. And then somebody who knew him was standing just there, and he said, oh, that's okay. It keeps him busy. It's good to have him busy. So, hey, Harmony, good to see you. But that's my little oh no photo thing. And I always just cut that little white, if I end up with that little bit of a white line. Look at that, Harmony. You arrived and I'm tearing paper. Because I know how much you like that when I do that. Okay, so this wasn't really on straight. I want to get this on straight. I'm going to do this way. Okay, that's better. All right, so that's that and that's that. And I'm thinking I want at least some reveal up here. Not quite sure how much, but maybe more like that. I don't think I want a full, because this isn't full, so I think I only want it to be about that much. And then my thought is I'm going to take this and use this as a border. I love the emoji there, Harmony. Okay, so then I'm not going to use any particular measurement here. I'll just do it so that it looks okay. Okay, and then this will, even though that line, I normally wouldn't do this if I was not putting border on here. I probably wouldn't leave that little bit of a space left, but because I'm doing a border, I'm not worried about it. Well, I'm not going to worry about it anyway. This is supposed to be fun, not hard. Okay, and then I'll just use, okay, I have to remember, yeah, this is the correct side. Okay, so if that's the correct side, I should do it this way. That was almost a not good mistake. Okay. You're welcome, Harmony. It is a fun polka dot. Okay, so that's the Bella Boulevard paper there. And then this is also from Tiny Tots 2.0. Their solids for that collection were at Tone on Tone Stars. I'll just bring this up because you can see that a little bit closer. And I really like this. I like the fact that it's dark and it's going to ground this layout just a little bit. So do this and then we'll punch, punch, punch here. There we go. And hopefully line this all up properly. So it's so warm here that I had to buy a new rug for my balcony this year because my other one was made out of like a plastic woven thing, and it really deteriorated last year at the end of the year. It was really pretty much falling apart. Now, I understand that is a characteristic of that rug, but I've tried regular outdoor rugs and they make them too big. They're too wide. So, hey, Julie, hello to you. I actually have a Florida-inspired t-shirt on today. I have a Lily Pulitzer Disney print. And I love wearing it because nobody knows or tends not to know that it's a Disney-inspired print, except for me. Like, think about it. I'm going to see how we can do this. So this, I'll stand up. This is the print. And it's got like Mickey and Minnie in it, and the castle and other stuff. And it's really fun because people don't notice it unless I say something that it is that it's Disney-inspired. Love doing stuff like that. All right, so there's that first one. And did I tell you? I don't think I told you what paper this is the Watch Out paper. This is really cute if you have boys to scrapbook, or even if you had like a teen driver, that kind of stuff. Yeah, my favorite color is that is like aqua, so I really enjoy wearing this just for that. And we all know how Disney obsessed I am at the moment. Well, probably not at the moment, but I think it's an addiction now. My daughter-in-law and I are kind of like, oh, when can we get back? Well, I have that big Paris trip coming up in January. I'll see my mom this year at some point in Arizona. And then I also, fun fact that you may or may not know, I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but I've been in 48 out of the 50 states. And I always tell people, oh, cute Harmony. Harmony drives a Beetle and those cars remind her of him. So back to that whole thing. Squirrel, I get distracted easily. Anyway, I've been in 48 out of the 50 states. And I turned 60 in January. And I had said at one point that I really wanted to be, have traveled to all 50 of the states before I turned 60, but then the whole Disney trip thing came up and that waylaid that a little bit, but I'm kind of waiting until Southwest does their sale this summer, and then I'm thinking I'm going to do a little trip to one of the 2 states that I have left. So one is Idaho and the other is Oregon. So I'm super excited to accomplish that goal. I didn't set out trying to do it, but my dad loved to drive and my ex-husband loved to drive, so can't beat him, you join him. In the case of my dad, it was my dad, so I didn't really have a choice. That's how we took a lot of family vacations. But I do love to drive. I have great stories about finding really cool things on the way. Okay, so kind of trying to figure out how deep I'm going to do this. So I could do that, or I could narrow this up even more, and I think that's too narrow. So I'm thinking I'm going to make it deeper. I want it to be wider than that green strip. So I think I'm going to use a good portion of this so that it starts to cover that. There. And this better be wide enough to handle that. It is. I didn't check that. So. Oh, Tammy, happy birthday. That's exciting. Speaking of 60th birthdays, that's awesome. Go have fun. That sounds wonderful. So glad you could join us, and really, seriously, happy birthday. Very, very cool. So then Harmony just said that she's been to 33 states and she's been to the 2 that I haven't. So one of the things I always say about my having been to 48 out of the 50 states is I have all the hard ones done. In other words, Alaska and Hawaii. You know, because it's just harder to get to them when you live in the Midwest. So that it's just funny. And I've had them both done for quite a while. I went to Alaska in the early 2000s, and I was in Hawaii in the late 80s. Okay. All right, there we go. Liking that. Now, I also could maybe bring in a little bit of washi here. I'm going to look at that. Aw, I have heard Oregon is really incredibly beautiful many, many times from people who have traveled there. So hang on a second, I'm going to grab my thin washies here and see if I have one that I'll like. I could do this one. This one's a little bit too gold. I may not have the right washi to do yellow. Yeah, the Bella Boulevard yellows I have are too big. I'm not sure that I want to bring red in. Navy's out, green is out. I could try to do a light blue or aqua. So let's try that. The other day I was looking too, because I want to go to Coeur d'Alene in Idaho, I think. And as I was looking at it, it makes the most sense to fly into Spokane. And then I realized, oh, you know, that's really where Coeur d'Alene is it's like 45 minutes or an hour over to Montana, which I have been in, but I just thought that would be fun. So that's probably what I'll do, is I'll try to hit all 3 states just for fun. And the dear boyfriend said he would be interested in going there as well. When I go to Oregon, I have a happy, sad thing. In 2019, I was supposed to do Oregon and Washington with my dear friend who passed away from breast cancer. And we never got to go. So she wanted to see the redwoods, and and I have some of her ashes, which was kind of cool. She gave her family members, or requested that her family members and her closest friends get some of her ashes so that we could do our own sort of closure thing. And she loved to travel, so a lot of us have been spreading her ashes in different places. So, okay, not sure I'm loving that. I don't love it. I liked it until I put it down. So, ooh, no, I hate that when that happens. And now I got it on the photo too. Okay, let's try this again. I'm gonna have to use this one because I thought about that, but I'm gonna have to use this one because it's a little bit wider since that other tape took some of the paper off. I always forget when I do this with that particular tape. And I think it's either Michael's or Hobby Lobby, I don't remember which, but that I really need to watch what I'm doing because it will tear paper if I decide to tear it off. Okay. Oh, that's cool, Penny. That's really neat. I have a special place in my heart for Maryland too. My sister lived there for about 8 years out of college, and my nephew and his wife live there now with my great nephew. So it's a beautiful, beautiful state. They live in the DC area, my nephew who lives there now, and so did my sister, but it's really cool if you can get out because the rest of Maryland is not DC. Which I'm telling everybody else because obviously Penny's gonna know that. Okay, just like New York City is not New York State, I guess. Okay. Oh, thanks, Harmony. Yeah, I've heard many beautiful things about the redwoods. Okay, I like that a little bit better. I could pop something on top up here too to echo that, but I think I'm just going to leave it as is. Or maybe, I'm just looking at this, maybe. Okay, I have two thin washies here. This one is almost the same as this. So let me see what that would look like on top of that. Harmony's been to West Virginia too. The important thing, Harmony, is have you been to Wisconsin? Ah, okay, Penny, that's cool. So Penny lives in West Virginia and works in Maryland. Now, I've also obviously been to West Virginia, and I felt kind of the same way. It's a beautiful, what a beautiful state. And we drove through West Virginia when we were there. So that was kind of cool because I really got to see large parts of it. I thought the mountains are just beautiful. Okay, let's try that and see. Oh, I think I'm going to do it. It's subtle. The difference here is really, really subtle. And what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to run it basically along the bottom of that other tape. And I kind of like that sort of two-tone effect here. I knew you hadn't been, Harmony. I think we've discussed that. So, okay. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not missing, okay. All right, just wanted to make sure that I hadn't missed anything. That we were kind of where I thought we were. All right. So I need to just kind of little bit. This is real life. I'm making the screaming noises. I guess that's not screaming, but so is anybody doing a Kentucky Derby party? Oh, hey Barbara, good to see you. Anybody doing a Kentucky Derby party tomorrow? I think we're we were talking about doing it. I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do. I just got, right before I got on, my boyfriend sent me a note that some friends of ours are going, two couples that we hang out with a bit, are going to a brewery tomorrow for some music, so we might end up doing that. But I did kind of put that, and because it's the race is, you know, 5:30 or so here, we can do that later on if we want to. Okay. All right, I'm liking this little double washi tape. And look at that. Yay me, I used some washi tape. Because gosh knows I have plenty of it. So, oh, Barbara, that's awesome. Barbara's at an all-day crop tomorrow. Nothing wrong with that. That sounds like fun. My boyfriend did want to go away for the weekend this weekend. And for just overnight on Saturday night. And I thought about it and I said, not going to work because I have to pack for a crop next weekend. And I think he like looked at me like I had 4 heads because, you know, he's thinking, well, you know, that's not that big of a deal, except he's never seen how much scrapbook stuff I take to a crop. So we are not going away for the weekend. I don't think he truly, you know, because we don't live together, so I don't think he truly understands the addiction yet. So I think on Sunday after I finish packing, I'm going to send him a picture of what that looks like, or maybe I'll send him a picture of my car when I get it packed before I go, and then he'll understand a little bit more. Okay, so now I need a title. I need some journaling space. And why not go to some label stickers? So I'm thinking I'm going to pick up on this navy. Here I do have, oh, that's cute. This little fun time. So happy. Although I was going to call this camera ready because that does go back to why these pictures were taken. So I'm glad you guys are all laughy. Oh, there we go. That's a great idea when he texts me back and says, okay, you're insane. Yeah, he really, I mean, he's seen like some of the albums that I've done with our photos, but he really doesn't understand the depth of the stuff yet. He's seen the fact, obviously seen the fact that I have a whole entire room decorated to it, but it's at the back of my apartment, so it's not like he looks at it often. So, yeah. Okay, so I grabbed yellow because I don't have any yellow yet, and this is a nice yellow. I grabbed the navy, and as I was going through, I found this green too, and that might be nice just because of the green here. So I'm not quite sure what color I want to use. Yeah, that is so true, Barbara. Yep, if you aren't a scrapbooker, you don't get it. Even some scrapbookers don't get it. So I'm going to lightly lay a couple of these on here, I think, to decide color-wise. Okay, that one I don't like as well. I think the yellow is calling a little too much attention to itself there. I like how that green is blending a little bit into the background. And then let's see the blue. And these are my beloved LA Studios labels. You know, I think I really like the green the best. I think you see a little bit more of the blue than I really want to. Not that I don't, that'd be a good second choice for me, but I think I'm going to just do the green. And we'll see what I can come up with here. I also think if I do the green, then maybe you'll pay a little bit more attention to the layout here. Oops, I wanted a bigger, Now, and I can use more than one label here, but I think I want a bigger label. And I'm just gonna pop that on lightly. Then, and I really do want to get some of these guys on there. And then probably something up there. Maybe, can I get a bigger one up there? I can, so let's do that there. I do have a really cool star, and I did get some of the LA Studio puffy stars, because you can never have too many of those. And I'm not sure where the title's gonna go. It could go over here. That's probably something I should figure out. So we're gonna put these to the side, keep those in mind. I like these. Thinking about these, but if I do anything, it might go like under here, or I could put them below, like below a photograph here and up above a photograph there. Maybe that's what I'll do, and add some sort of puffy something. Like living in the moment, love this day would be good. That goes a little off though. Good stuff right here could probably work. Having a blast is nice because it's orange and I don't have any orange in here. So I'll play with those. There's a lot of stuff here I need to determine yet. Let's see. Yeah, I literally have I need all the things. My mother and sister don't understand, so I'm thinking it's gonna be harder to help him understand, or not harder for him to help him understand, but they've been used to it a lot longer. Okay, title, Kelly. All right, I think I'm gonna try blue. I have a blue thing tonight, can you tell? But not sure I'm gonna have the right blue here. I could go back to green too and see. Because if I do camera ready, that's too small. Maybe I need to do red, like a big title and red. So hang on a second. Need to find some red. And I'm going to try to find, okay. Glitter red for boys. Actually, I really like this one. And I think, yeah, that's a pretty decent red to match this. So let's look at doing that. Now, I do think that I'm going to need to do capital letters here. And I don't think I can do camera ready over here because it'll fall off the page. So let's get out the wax paper and see if I can come up with a place to put this title. Like, I think if I go with the small A's, although I don't, let's see. Actually, I don't love that, the capital A there. That's okay, Harmony. It's not like there's any particular, like I don't have a time constraint, right? Last week I did, but I don't this week, so I can get distracted. It's just that I like to try to be at least, to finish what I was saying before I get distracted. Not on your part, but I let myself get distracted. Okay, yeah, I'm actually liking the alpha this way just a little bit better. This is, I didn't tell you who this is. This is a Christmas alpha. It's Holiday Magic from Pink Fresh Studio, and that was this year's. I actually really like Pink Fresh's alphas, and it's chipboard. I'm really enjoying. I have another one that I don't remember which other chipboard one I have, but the thing I like about chipboard is it's really easy to MacGyver. When you start getting into some of the glitter or the puffy alphas, it's a lot more noticeable that you've MacGyvered. Not that I have a problem doing that, obviously, because I certainly do. Although there's 4 small E's here, and well, the good news is there's only 2. There's 3 small Q's and 4 small E's. Oh, 5 small E's, but still. And one of my grandkids has an X in his name, so I mean, I need the less used letters from time to time, but 3 Q's? Okay, almost done. I'm going to run out of paper here. That's okay. Just want to make sure that I've got the spacing. All right. So there's that. Now the question is, see, even if I stacked it here, I think it's going to look funny. But I could do it here. And I could run it along the top of that. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Along the top of this row of dots here. Just have to find like the bottom of the D here. Now this is a place actually where this T-square comes in really handy. So if I put this on here and do that, then this should be good. I don't use this all the time, but every so often it makes life much easier. I don't like spelling backwards though, because it's a little harder to see spacing, because my fingers are covering this. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, then I'm just going to hold that down. I'll put that Y on eventually. Okay. I don't always love it when you can see like colors and stuff through an alpha, but I'm not minding it on this one for some reason. I almost need my little tool here. I'm just afraid it'll mar the chipboard a bit. Penny, I feel your pain. I don't always either. I am checking this a little bit. I mean, when I laid it across this, I made sure that it looked like it was at least somewhat straight, you know, because I have a line here with the top of the polka dots here, so that should help me. Okay, I think we got it. Yeah, that looks pretty good, and I just need to get the R, or the R. This is a Y. You'd think I know what a Y is. I have one in my name. So I think the spacing is pretty good for the word camera. It's a little off here for the ready, which now means I have to move this, and let's hope I don't make a mess of this. There we go. Okay, I think that's good. Now, I don't have anything that I was thinking about using to embellish here, but maybe what I could do is embellish here and then up here maybe, so that they're kind of surrounding the two surrounding the two photos, but there's one down here and one here kind of across the gutter there. That's what I was really looking for. Okay, so look and see if I have any of these that I'd like to use. And right away, I'm looking and I kind of like the "This was a great day." I like the "Enjoying this," but the orange is a little bit different on this. So maybe the "This was a great day." And let's see if I can bring this down onto, oh, I'm going to need to bring this down onto the photograph anyway. So I'm going to take that off there. And yeah, just realized, can you see that? Yes, you can. I have to turn this. So I want to make sure that oh no. I had to be really careful there because I don't want to rip the photo. I'm trying to make sure that I'm overlapping the top of the green paper. There is what I'm doing here. And trying to make sure that that's relatively straight. Okay. Okay, then there's another one here that says "This was super fun," and I think that's cute given what was going on there. So let's do that one over here. So we have that done. Now I have puppies. I think I'm going to need to add something into at least this cluster for sure. Somehow this cluster. I'm thinking maybe a star, but let's see if I can find something off these sheets. And they're puffies too, so I think that's nice. I like the good stuff right here. Let's go explore. Having a blast. That having a blast would be great on this because it is this orange. So let me just pop this up here somewhere. And then I could put or maybe it goes there, and then the one here can go here. That's what we're gonna do. And then I could pop a star on there when I get to the stars. And then, so now I need something down here. I'm gonna try to, oh, I could do having a blast here though. Oh, I got weekend fun there. That's not what I meant to do. Here we go. Hold your breath. Harmony, it's okay, look away. Got it. I grabbed the wrong one. I don't know that this took place on a weekend. I could look it up, but it wasn't really weekend fun. It was more about the commercial. So we have Live in the Moment. This was great. I like the Let's Go. Good stuff right here is kind of cute. Let's see if it, although that kind of gets lost, so maybe not that. Oh, here. There's a navy one over here that says "Trying Something New." Let's do that one. Sorry, Harmony. Next thing I'll be mixing hearts and stars. I know. That probably won't bother you, though. That bothers me. Let's see. Now I'm really wanting to do, all right. I just have to do a quick check. Now that I've learned how to shrink down my screen here, I'm going to see if this, oh yeah, this was on a Tuesday night, not a weekend, so I can't use that. There's no gray on here. Living in the Moment. I really want to do, it wasn't every day. Let's Go Explore. Oh my gosh. I started something here that I don't know if I can. I'm going to just do the Let's Go Explore because I think that's good for this theme. And then whatever color I pull out for my stars, I'll kind of try to pull all that in. Okay, so I need orange and yellow stars for sure to pull this together. Okay, and there we go. All right. So let me grab my stars. Okay, and I have orange and yellow stars, and I'm thinking an orange star here would be good because that's next to the blue, and those are complementary colors, so that would look pretty nice. Do I want it a little bit bigger so you can really notice it? I think the smaller one is a little bit better because otherwise the other one is the same size as a star on this and it looks a little weird. Now if I mix that with the heart, it wouldn't be such a big deal. Okay, so there's that one. I want yellow, so I'm thinking let's do the yellow here. And then now I have a little tiny dilemma here because I'd really like blue. I'm going to play with some colors here. Okay, red, orange, yellow, orange. I didn't like the red down here. I think that's better here though. Orange is better here. Maybe red up here. But I was thinking navy. I don't even know if I have any navy actually. And then green I could do as well because I have green here. I know you're teasing, Harmony. It's okay. Maybe green up there and then yellow down here. I'm going to check. I think I'm out of navy stars. Maybe not though. Maybe I have some. Ooh. See Kelly get all excited because she just found a navy star. Okay, so navy up here. I like the blue, yellow. Red down here, even though that just kind of does blend in here. Or maybe I'll just put it up there. Even though I prefer it down there. Let me look at that again. It's fine. We'll just do that there. And then I think we'll do yellow up here. There we go. And then I don't have to use that green one, and I like the way that looks. So I think that's done. I used some of the new product I just bought, which I think is nice, or in the case of the stars, I've had those stars before. I really like those. Lots of good colors. All right, I could add enamel dots to this, but I think I'm going to leave it. I also like the way this ended up kind of bringing this title in. Otherwise, it would have looked like it was floating in the middle of nowhere. At least this way, your eye's a little bit more drawn to it is kind of what I'm thinking there. So, okay. All right, I think that's it for tonight. So yay, another 2-page layout in the books. I will not be here next Friday for sure. I know that. And then let's see. Oh, I have to go to 2023 because I'm trying to look at my calendar because I discovered how to shrink this. So So I won't be here next Friday for sure. Probably the following Friday after that, the 19th, I think. Right now I don't have plans for that day, so I should be able to do that and be back with another layout. Hopefully I get lots of stuff done, and I'll try to remember. I still, you guys, from the crop I did in March, I still don't have those layouts put away. And I don't think it's going to happen. I wanted to get it done before I went to my next one, but I don't think it's going to happen. And part of it, to be fair, there was a lot going on at that point in time when I came home. So once I did the album share, I just left them in the album and finally took them out about 2 weeks ago. And that's as far as I got. So, oh, well. And then I think, so anyway, I just looked at this layout. I'm probably going to journal in blue because I have a navy pen here. So I think that'll be good. So that'll be kind of fun. Ooh, Harmony. The next time we see, you know, I like to do the C. Harmony, she's going to be a different age. Well, that'll be fun. Happy birthday. That's kind of, are you going to be a special 0 birthday anything, or is it just a different age? So, Penny, thanks. Yeah, I'll definitely do a layout share for that. There is one out there. I have an album playlist. There is one out there from my last crop if you wanted to see that, just so that you know that. So, but anyway, you guys, I hope you all have a great birthday. And I should wait a second. So Harmony's May 16th. Oh, so it's a birthday, not a big round birthday. So happy birthday to you in all seriousness on the 16th. That's fun. I love birthdays. So I really love my birthday too. Even though I don't always sound like I do, I really, really do. So, all right, you guys, I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Go off and do something fun. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you hopefully in 2 weeks. Bye, everybody.